Hello, today we are featuring the beautiful Princess Korra. She is a conscious, responsive parent. We are going to talk about why our supply suddenly dips or tanks after having birth, and also mental health after having kids. I absolutely love Korra for the way she's attached to her kids.
A lot of people say that depression, mental health makes your supply dip. The one thing that I want you to understand is that the thing with mental health issues is more to do with the fact that when you're in these moods, you don't feed or attend to your baby as you should. You're not spending enough time with your baby, and that could be why your supply is dipping. It's not just like my mental health. So you could be having some issues mentally, but if you're still breastfeeding your baby at the rate at which they should eat, and you are not skipping anything, your supply will still be good. If you are spending time with your baby like you should, your supply will be good. I would say that some of the things that we don't invest in is a support person after we have given birth. So I would advise you, if you do have the chance or the money or the opportunity to get a postpartum doula who will help take care of the things that you can't take care of your home. A postpartum doula can watch your baby while you shower or do some things for yourself that you want to do. A postpartum doula can help you with some quick meals and laundry, some light housekeeping. All these things are really needed right now because we do not have the community that our ancestors used to have, where you can be like, oh, watch my baby, I'm just gonna, or you put the baby in a crib or, whatever, cot outside, and everybody's around them and you are just in the kitchen cooking your best meal and you are enjoying it. Right now you have to be so anxious. Oh, I have to be done with this before he wakes up. Oh, and I have to look good, and I have a conference. So all these things does affect us, and we tend to make decisions like, you know what, I don't even want to do this anymore, and all these things can affect other things with us and the baby. So you want to take care of that as well. I know when we get pregnant or we are expecting a baby, they tell us about cribs and nursery and all that, and they don't tell us about, finding a doula, what's the best milk to give your baby, and all this good stuff. But anyway, I'm glad you find my channel. We're going to talk about all those things on this channel. Let's look at these two breasts models. Which one do you think, if they were real, would produce the most breast milk? The truth is, we can't really tell. That's because the amount of breast milk produced is dependent on how much is used up or sucked or pumped. Let me explain it this way. You and your friend walked into a restaurant. Your friend ordered a bottomless cold drink. You ordered a bottomless cold drink as well. The person who is going to drink the most is the person who asks for more. It's not dependent on the cup size. It's about how much you or your friend are able to drink. That is the same with breast milk production. So when we are experiencing a dip in our breast milk supply, we want to look at if we are letting babies suck as much as they have to, so that the body can keep on making as much as they are supposed to make. So the first thing we are looking at is the demand and supply thing. We are looking if your baby is sucking as much as they are supposed to, or eating as much as they are supposed to. Now, some of the things that can make your baby not eat as much as they are supposed to is simply you are tired. Sometimes when we are tired, we might skip some pumping sessions, or we might pump for someone to feed the baby and forget to keep pumping to fill those spaces that we would have put baby on the breast. So when you jump or skip some times that you would have been breastfeeding your baby because you have extra milk, you are telling your body, I don't need milk, we don't need that much, and your body start going into that space of not producing milk. Another thing that we want to look at, again, in the supply and demand, is the baby if they have oral issues. Sometimes the baby might be having a tongue or lip tie. The baby might be having other things going on in their mouth that makes it very hard for them to suck. Another thing that could be affecting the baby for them not to be able to remove milk might just be because of the birth that they went through, so they might need to see a chiropractor. You are going to take this to your doctor or your health professional before you take any move. I recommend a lot for you to see a certified lactation consultant. That will really help you. Another area that we want to look at, still on the supply and demand, is if you are pumping the flange size of the pump that you are using. Sometimes the flange size is not fitting properly, and if that is the case, at a point it will not be taking as much as it should be. Another thing for you to note is that the pump does not remove milk effectively or efficiently like your baby would. So if you are pumping and there is no milk coming out, sometimes your baby can still remove milk even though the pump is not removing milk. And that's something you want to look into as well. Now, done with the demand and supply, the next thing we want to look at that people talk about a lot is hydration. What I want to tell you is that hydration is not about drinking gallons and gallons of water. As a matter of fact, you could get dehydrated if you are drinking so much water without making sure that it is electronically balanced. What am I saying? Electronically balanced. What I'm trying to say is that make sure that your water has electrolytes. That is what happens in our body for us to be well hydrated. So you could be drinking so much water, and if it's not good water, you are just diluting and diluting and diluting the fluids in your body, and you can be dehydrated with your belly filled with water. So that's one thing you should note. This is something that I do, and you can ask your health professional about it, or if they recommend it. I use concentrates in my water, especially if I know that I am drinking distilled or water that it doesn't have as much minerals as it's supposed to. I add some drops of concentrates, minerals in there to help me when I'm breastfeeding. I still do it today once in a while. So that's something you can consider. Another thing we want to look at when our supply tanks or dips is this new thing of, well, I don't think it's new, but eating your placenta, or eating your placenta, whether it's in pills, milkshake, or whatever, eating your placenta. Now, what it's supposed to do, like people say, it helps with depression, it helps with your supply. It can also do the opposite. And there are articles that I'll be sharing with you in the description if you're interested to look over it. But that it can also do the opposite. It has really made some people actually get depressed. It has made some people supply dip. There isn't enough research to actually say if it was the cause or it even does what it's supposed. People claim that it does. So that's something you want to look into if you are consuming your placenta, that it could make your supply dip. Once again, there hasn't been enough research to really conclude that that is the case. Always remember that even though breast milk is the best, formula might be needed. So long as it's a need, it's important. Of course, I'm not just gonna let this mental health part go. Some of the things you can use to help you during postpartum is skin to skin. Yes, I know that people talk about skin to skin only when your baby has a fever, but it helps you with your mental health as well. When you smell your baby, when you have your baby close to you, it does help. That hormone that is released, the oxytocin hormone, does help. Sometimes based on what a mother is going through, they might have certain aversions and they wouldn't want their baby close to them. Of course, if you are a support person or the mother is expressing this to you, make sure you give them the right help and do not force the baby on them. That is an urgent need for help. So skin to skin does help you mentally, and it does help your body once it's producing all those hormones to also increase supply. So you want to do skin to skin, keep your baby close to you, baby wear, all the good things as much as you are able to. The last things I'm going to tell you that really helps is herbs. So I normally do this for my loved ones and my clients. I put these herbs together for them. I've not done one in a while because I've been raising I've been raising a baby myself, so my hands have been full. You can put certain types of herbs that helps with just relaxation and healing your body. It brings you really home, and I will share every detail I have with you in my next videos. I don't know which one, but I will share some of the herbs that you can have on hand. And if you want some of this already made, put together, sent to you, you can let me know as well. I got you. All right. So the last thing I want to share before I go is flat tummy. I want my body back, snap back. I want to be the woman I was before I had my baby. No, I've done enough. Now it's time to go back to me. You are you. You didn't go anywhere, okay? And I just have to tell you the truth. You would never be the person you were before you had a baby. It's not a loss. It is life phases. You are still you, and that is the most important thing. Who you are is right here. When you can still put things together and get things going. You've not lost that, okay? That is the most important thing, and I want you to rise up and remember that. You can still get things going, okay? So let's talk about fitness. When I say fitness, what comes into your mind? Exactly. And that's why a lot of people are doing so many things and they are not getting the results that they want. Because when you think about fitness, you are looking at someone. You want to fit yourself, or somebody wants to fit you in their box. I don't want you to do that ever again. You are not that influencer. Your jeans, your makeup is totally different. You have to think about fitness as you being healthier. Write this somewhere. I want you to remove fitness and workout and replace it to, I want it to be healthier. And so when you wake up, you are eating, you are thinking about your heart. You are thinking about that bloating that happens. You are thinking about that insomnia that happens. That will give you more boost. That will give you more confidence. Even when you are not seeing that trim you want, you are still pumped up because you know, man, I feel good. But when you have that picture of that model you want to be, even when things are going on, you do not realize it because you want to fit in somebody's box. And what that does is the cycle of making you even not reach that goal, because what you're doing, you are raising your cortisol, you are raising your stress hormones that in turn makes you even more sick. The truth about the weight gain that we have nowadays has got more to do with our mental health than food. So it is a cycle. Because we are so stressed, because we are so in a hurry, because of the instant gratification, because of the continuous internet feed and energy, all these things around us, we do and make the wrong choices. In the end, we are wanting to go fast, chemical, or maybe, cut off my flesh or whatever. Those things might be your option. I'm not judging you, but what I want you to know is that your box might not be the same as somebody else's box. If you want to fit into their box, so be it. That is your choice. We have come to that place in life where we have to respect people's choices and watch what we say. But if you hear me at all, I want you to know that it's not important. Your health is what matters. You feeling good, you believe that you did something yesterday, you believe that you're going somewhere, that is the most important thing. Also remember this. Everything you do or invest into your health is doing something, even if you don't see it. So sometimes you just have 15 minutes in the day to do that workout that you want to do, and your baby will wake up or whatever. Do it. Do it. The reason being that you don't want to have this all or nothing mindset. I need to do this set. So because I didn't do it, once again, it's about how you feel. That 15 minutes is going to do something to you. It's going to make you feel rejuvenated. Also think about who you are. Once again, not fitting into somebody's box. I am a very active person. I'm a stay-at-home mom. When I wake up, I'm moving throughout this house till night comes, you know. I'm not a sedentary person, so I really do not need to go and be moving things and, you know, all these crazy exercises. I'm not. I'm almost like the traditional, the ancestors, the way the ancestors live, except that I don't go to the farm. So I need to do some breathing exercises. I really need to, you know, learn posture, and those are my area of exercises that I need. If you're a sedentary person, maybe you need to run, you need to do some more stuff that will pump your heart. Then you have to think about all these things. You don't just have to wake up one day and start following some influencer that will stress your life. So I'll end here. I hope I did not make this video too long, more than I wanted to. Take care of yourself. You are important, and who you are is right here. This is just a shell. Bye-bye.